What's going on, y'all? Happy Sunday, and actually Happy New Year to you guys. I haven't been up here in such a long time. I actually don't even have an official New Year's vlog or New Year's Eve vlog like how I usually like to do. I didn't vlog at all on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve at all. Pretty much all me and Tony did was we was basically just like at home and just chilling at home or whatever. So that's pretty much how we brought in the new year this year. So I mean, for the most part it was like cool or whatever, but I mean, I guess if you think about it, it was kind of I don't want to say boring, but it was just a regular night, to be honest with you. But yeah, we brought it in, just chilling at home. But hopefully you guys had a great New Year's Eve. My bad, y'all, I'm kind of like out of frame right here, but right now I'm really just getting ready for church because I do go to a night service. It's currently like 4 something right now, so I gotta hurry up and head down there. But right now I'm doing this like twist out, this like quick twist out that I decided to do before I head off to church. I just blew out my hair to trim it out. So after I trimmed it, I just thought I should just use some mousse or whatever and just put it in there. I put a little bit of leave-in conditioner, so like a new leave-in conditioner that I'm trying out that I literally just bought like not too long ago. I put some of that in there, but then after that I literally put only like maybe like a dime size to a quarter amount of the leave-in conditioner that I bought. If you guys want to see it, this is the one that I bought. I'm about to show y'all. So this is the leave-in that I had got, that I put in there, and I put like literally a little bit in there, like on the dry, blown out hair. Because when I blew it out, I didn't really like put any like product in it after washing it and stuff. Actually, it's funny because my hair is actually not washed. It's actually just detangled with I detangled it with water basically. But yeah, so after I did all that jazz, I just put this on there at the end to make the hair shrink up and stuff, so I could do the twist out. But that's in my hair right now. It's kind of dry for the most part. Like some of the sections are kind of more drenched than others because I kind of put a little bit more in certain sections, but like the ones up front are fine, but this one in the back is kind of a little bit more on the wet side, but that's perfectly fine because it's not going to really matter that much. It's a little wet right here too, but it is what it is. I'm about to blow dry it a little bit more. I did do a little bit of a blow dry or whatever. Oh yeah, back to what I was saying. So I did record a little bit of a clip of me like doing this one section in the middle of me finishing it, the process of doing this. So you guys might see that. I might post it on my Instagram or something. I'm about to probably try to put that together and see what I can get out of that, because I started it off like really late, so hopefully it's not looking kind of weird with me starting off the process at like the last section. But I started it off at the last section, and right now I'm just getting ready, and I feel like I'm rambling right now, but yeah, I'm about to take these out. I'm about to just give this another good blow dry, and then I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna do this off the vlog because I have to finish up the little Instagram reel that I might make. So I'll see you guys. I'll catch you guys. All right, y'all. This is how we looking. This is how it came out. It's not like groundbreaking, but it's gonna get the job done. I like it. It's not like, super defined, but it's to the point. It's simple. It's still, volumized and stuff like that, and I like the volume and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I like it though. But running late, really late. I might be like really late to service. Hopefully I'll make it on at a good time. Hopefully I don't miss like too much. I'm hoping that I won't miss it at all, but I really do got to get a move on. I got to throw my pants on, my shoes and all that stuff, and I'm gonna see y'all when I'm on the way. Alright, y'all, I'm back at home. Service was great. I didn't catch, preferably like the beginning of service when like worship was going on and stuff, but I did catch the sermon and everything, and that like a little bit prior to the sermon and stuff. So it was really, 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 really just solidifying everything that God has spoken to me from last year, coming into this new year, really just solidifying everything, I guess finalizing things that maybe have been started from last year and just kind of carrying it out into this new year, and just adding on and just like multiplying what God has done for me last year, and just, adding on to that, multiplying from what he's already done and stuff like that, and just like being intentional, even just being able to share God's word with like even other people or like people around me, or just being a better disciple, or I don't want to say better disciple, but just being a disciple, just being, just planted, being willing to just share the gospel, share the good news with other people, and just bringing people alongside with you to really just see God's goodness. So I really did take a lot from today's sermon. It was really, really, really edifying and inspiring. Really just kind of stapled a lot of things that God has already deposited in my heart. So I was really like grateful to hear tonight's message. But sitting here eating these snacks. It's a mixture of Cheez-Its and these thingies from Fritos. I used to love these when I was younger, but I stopped eating them. But every now and again, I do go back and eat them again because I end up finding them and craving them. But I'm really trying to stop eating like stuff like this. Even in this new year, just like really focusing on what I'm putting into my body, like as far as food is concerned. But even like in general, because like I don't know if anybody's like watching from anywhere else or a different like region, country, or anything like that, like a different like nation or whatever. But as far as like here in America, they actually did change the food pyramid. So it's been things that like I've already seen that is helpful, like incorporating more fats in your diet, like butters and like natural fats, and like non-inflammatory fats like olive oil is a really good one. Butter is a really good one. And just like kind of like honing in on like going back to those things that I feel like back in the day people kind of didn't really see much things wrong with those things. But I think in like the cultures that I guess the cultures that started to produce like over time kind of ran away from those things. Like even like McDonald's, they used to use like beef tallow in their fries and stuff, but nowadays they use like seed oil or whatever. So I feel like people have gotten away from like eating things that were beneficial, that actually weren't problematic from the get-go. I feel like those things are actually like pretty helpful and stuff in a sense, because a lot of the time when you hear about like I've done like a deep dive or whatever, like on like certain foods and stuff, and certain foods that you might want to avoid, certain things that you want to incorporate like in your diet. I've kind of like taken on that approach of like really wanting to just know what is actually beneficial for as far as like your health is concerned. I've really been trying to hone in and like be more educated about like food health and stuff like that. So over the years, I've definitely done like a lot of like, I don't know, I guess watching a lot of videos or whatever about food and about like, certain things that are beneficial for your diet and stuff. So I feel like I do know a good gist of like what I want to incorporate in my diet these days. I definitely have to do like a lot of cutting out, because right now I feel like I'm still eating like certain things with like seed oils in them. Granted, like you can still like, I guess, eat whatever you want to eat. Like it's not really like anything that's, I want to say, necessarily wrong with eating certain things. But when you realize there's a certain area that you can improve in your diet, like for me, I feel like for the longest time, I've been trying to like let go of like eating seed oil foods or whatever. So I feel like for me, it's just something that I feel very like conveyed to do. So I feel like I need to really just hone in on that this year and be intentional about it this year. So I'm not really like carrying it into another season where I'm just like, bro, I wish I would have started being, I guess, more health conscious about like, you know, my food and stuff. So I definitely want to do certain things like that for myself this year. But yeah, y'all, I didn't really get much footage. Obviously, I didn't get much footage at all from today's portion of the vlog. So I'm most likely gonna be carrying this out into the week and just, you know, letting you guys kind of see my week or whatever. I'm not sure how late into the week I'll bring it to, but hopefully I can bring it into a good area of the week. So I can definitely get the best out of the week with like footage and stuff as far as that is concerned. Yeah, hopefully like my week is not as boring as I think it's gonna be, because I do want to have a nice time vlogging and stuff like that. It's funny because I feel like I don't ever really do anything that particular and spectacular regardless, so I really feel like it's probably gonna be like the same exact things that I've probably already been doing. But I feel like I also need to try to see if I can like incorporate more hobbies in my life, because I feel like I don't really like do anything that I feel like I enjoy that often anymore. Like, granted, I love to like make videos here and there, but I really haven't even been honing in on that as much as I feel like I wanted to, especially for like last year. I did do a little bit of more content making last year prior to all the other years that I feel like I've been on YouTube and like making content and stuff, but I feel like this is the year where I feel like I really want to just hone in on like habits that that I like to, you know, practice and stuff. I feel like I need to like try to have more fun, because I feel like I wasn't really having, or like I guess my focus wasn't really focused on having fun because of things like stress, all of the different like elements that I go through in life and all that stuff. I feel like a lot of things were taking like a toll on me and stuff. Granted, now it's not like I'm in a perfect situation or whatever, but you know, I feel like God has been very faithful in my life, and I feel like God is like really nudging me to be a lot more, you know, I feel like he's nudging me to be a lot more appreciative of like my life, and just maybe even just a little bit more enjoying of like my days and like the breath that, you know, I have, you know, in my lungs or whatever. So I really feel like I need to definitely like be more like walk in more gratitude like daily, because I feel like being grateful about something really helps you. Like thinking about it right now, like I feel like being grateful really helps you enjoy life a lot better, because it's something about you being grateful about something and then going about your day, or just even just like when you set the intention, like when you talk to God or whatever prior to even doing anything else in your day. A lot of the time, like when you do that, your day will start off so well that you end up going through your day and just in appreciation. You appreciate things a lot more. You kind of get to take in a lot of things better. Sometimes I feel like I'm like more so like looking at all the details of everything, looking at the sky and all the things that God like created and stuff. Like starting your day with intention and gratitude and thanking God for everything that he's done in your life, like really, really, really helps a lot with trying to like enjoy your life. Because I feel like it's so easy to just like be swayed and be in a mood of stress, because you're seeing what you're going through, you're seeing like all the things that like are, I guess, going wrong in your life. But if you just take the time to like really like hone in and look at all the things that God has blessed you with, and all the things that are good and going on in your life that are good, and looking at the chance that you have to improve your life, or just to even like actively like try to be more grateful or whatever in your life, like you can really go somewhere with that. Because it's like you're not like actively trying to like focus on those things. Like even if you're going through something in your life that like, you know, obviously it's not the best ideal situation or circumstance, the ultimate thing is to really just acknowledge what's actually good in your life. Because if you're in that situation right then and there, there's really nothing else that you can do but then to just change this. Like, I'm thinking about this right now. I feel like it's like some sort of like revelation. It's like, if you really just sit there where you're at and you kind of just soak where you are, I feel like you'll never really improve anything. Because it's like, you're there physically, but you don't necessarily have to be there here. Like, you don't have to be there mentally, basically. It's like, I feel like it's really like, I don't know, I feel like I've never really been a person that like thinks with, I guess you could say I think with my head, but I feel like for the majority of like my life, I feel like I've been more of a emotionally driven person, or like, I mean, I don't even really want to necessarily like just classify as like an emotionally driven person, but I feel like I have been pretty, you know, emotionally driven, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to call it that, but I mean, I do consider my emotions and stuff, and I do acknowledge like the importance of my emotions, but I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I have a lot more like responsibilities and stuff, and you know, emotions can definitely like improve, or acknowledging my emotions can definitely improve things that are going on in my life, because you can't just go on your day not acknowledging how you feel, because that's just how you feel. But you know, as far as like what you're gonna do in act of that, like in acting that out, or just like carry out like what you have to do, you have to really just like set your mind on things above.
All right, y'all, good morning. I'm just getting ready for work now, and I'm actually running pretty late, so I gotta hurry up and get going. But my hair is like this. I took a quick shower or whatever, so it kind of made my hair, like, let my hair thrive a little bit better, because when I woke up, I didn't put anything over my head or anything like that because I lost my bonnet. So I don't have a bonnet right now, so just gonna be waiting it out for a little while until I get paid to get a new bonnet. But I just hopped in the shower or whatever, and it made my hair look a little bit more alive, because it was kind of stuck to, you know, my head and stuff because I was sleeping on it. But now it looks a little bit better, more presentable or whatever. So I'm just gonna be like rocking it like this for today. But I'm about to wear the same outfit that I wore yesterday because I don't got time to choose a new outfit. I usually do that anyway, typically when I work after a Sunday, like obviously on Mondays, but usually I do wear the same thing that I wore on Sunday. Like usually I just wear the same thing that I wore to church. So I'm about to do that today, because it's not like I wore it for that long anyway, but even if I did, it's my clothes, it's my life. I don't really care. But yeah, to each his own. Everyone's gonna do what they want to do, but that's what I be doing, so I'm not about to really think too much about it. But I gotta get going soon, so I'm just gonna see y'all when I get like when I'm on the way, basically.
Yo, I feel like this vlog is kind of choppy because I feel like I'm just skipping through parts of my day, but basically right now I'm about to be on my way back to work because I have to finish up my shift. I'm at this like movie theater actually, and I'm just waiting on my bus to head back to where I work at. So I'm just here to kill some time, and then it's also kind of cold outside, so I'm about to just wait here for the time being. But this is how the wall over here is looking with all of the movies. Or are these movies? I don't know what these are actually. Got some tickets for sale, it says. Tom Cruise. And then we got this thing over here. Pretty interesting. Not sure what kind of resurrection they're talking about, but when I know, he wasn't coming up like that. So I don't know what that is. That's blasphemy right there. But yeah, y'all, my bus is about to be here in a few minutes, so I'm about to head outside so I don't miss it. I also wanted to go to a Wawa to go get me something to drink real quick, because there is one near my job. So I was thinking I should just like try to go to a Wawa Um, but yeah, I'm about to head outside, so. Yo, I'm headed over to this Wawa. And I honestly don't know if I'm gonna get the drink that I was trying to get in my head. Cause I was in the mood for like a cookies and cream kind of like milkshake. But honestly, I don't think I want to eat that right now. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, I don't think I want to eat that. There's like a Giant nearby. I think I'm just gonna go to the Giant instead and just get something a little bit more healthy, I guess. Because I was trying to set my intentions on being a lot healthier, especially for this year. So I think I'm gonna just try to stick with that. So change of plans. We're gonna try to see what we can find at Giant instead. All right, y'all, I'm back home. Turn this brightness up a little bit. That's a little better. But yeah, all right, y'all, yeah, I'm back home. I'm eating some pumpkin seeds right now by this brand. I typically don't eat pumpkin seeds from this brand, but Tony had got me some pumpkin seeds from the store the other day. And I guess she didn't realize that pumpkin seeds come with like shells or whatever, so I was like, yeah, they come with shells, but I usually get the ones without shells. But I'm trying to figure out how to crack them open and stuff. But it's kind of similar to like how sunflower seeds are, but it's a little bit more difficult to crack them open. But granted, I'm definitely getting most of these out. So going forward, I'm probably not ever gonna buy pumpkin seeds with the shells on them, because I don't ever like shells. Even with like sunflower seeds, I don't really like cracking open the shell with sunflower seeds unless like I really want to just crack open the shell for like, I guess, what's the word? Like a fidget or something like that. Unless I want to fidget, crack open the shell and all that stuff. Or like, even if I want to just like have the taste of like the shell, because like sometimes when you just have sunflower seeds on its own without the shell, it doesn't really necessarily taste the same versus when you actually have the shell. So I don't know, if I want to feel that, if I want to get into that nostalgic taste that I used to, you know, experience when I was a child, playing outside and then going to the corner store and buying me some David sunflower seeds, definitely I'm gonna go for that. But otherwise, I like to just have like shellless seeds when I'm, you know, eating seeds and stuff like that. So, but yeah, y'all, my phone had died earlier. I feel like my phone is like always dying, but my phone died earlier, so I couldn't show you guys while I was inside of the store. But this is pretty much what I got from Giant. So I had got these Simple Mills cookies. I love these cookies with milk. Oh, what you saying over there, baby girl? What you saying over there? She just waking up and stuff. But yeah, you guys, I got these Simple Mills cookies. I love these things with milk. These things are so good and they're healthy. I figured this was a good alternative to get instead of like buying a cookies and cream milkshake from Wawa. I also got a mango. It's kind of soft. Hopefully, let me get this girl. But yeah, y'all, the mango is like fairly soft. It's not like the softest, but I feel like it's good enough for me to cut tonight. Because I was feeling it in the store, but I figured since it was kind of cold, it was like at a good like firmness, but now that it's like kind of cooling down a little bit, I can definitely feel that it's like, it's not like super firm. It's like soft enough to where I feel like I'm able to cut it and like eat it tonight. So I'm definitely gonna try to cut this tonight. I also did get a milkshake from Giant as well, but I already drank it and threw away the bottle. So if anything, I'm just gonna prop up like a little thing on the screen of it probably right here, or maybe even right here. Not sure which side I'll choose, but definitely gonna pop it up on the screen. I've gotten that brand before plenty times with like different flavors, like the chocolate one. There's like a strawberry or like berry type one. There's one with like spirulina in it. But I think the blue one, there's like a blue one with like spirulina, like blue spirulina. And then there's like a red one or like a strawberry one, but I think that one is colored with like red spirulina. So it's like one of those like more like healthy brands. It's like a more healthy approach. I think it's vegan on top of that. It's like protein smoothie drinks or whatever. They're not like super thick. They're like thin kind of like drinks, and they're pretty light. They're not like super heavy protein drinks. They're kind of just straight and to the point. They don't have like, you know, artificial sweeteners. I think they mostly use, if they do sweeten their stuff, I think they mostly go for like coconut sugar, which is like lower in the glycemic index. So that's like a more healthier kind of sweetener to use, as opposed to like traditional like cane sugar. But to each his own, honestly. Like, I'd rather just go for something that is like, you know, sweetened with coconut sugar, or maybe something that's not sweetened with like cane sugar. Or if it's sugar free, that's even better. Like, I don't really care. I'm just trying to really just like take my diet to a place where like I'm actually satisfied in the things that I eat on a daily basis. So I got all those things. I'm really glad that I did not take it upon myself to get a smoothie from Wawa, because it's a milkshake technically, but like they call it a smoothie, but it's technically like a milkshake, but it's called smoothie. But I'm glad I didn't get it, regardless. So I'm definitely gonna enjoy these later. I love these things with milk. The pecan ones, oh my god, they have a pecan one. Sorry, I'm getting excited. They have a pecan one that tastes really good, and that one is really good with milk. That one is really good. But I like these ones too, because these ones taste like really good actually too. And if you want to compare it to something, it actually does give me a good resemblance of like Chips Ahoy. It's like a healthier version of Chips Ahoy, like no lie. And it's actually good. It's not just like marketed as like, you know, a chocolate chip cookie. Like, no, this tastes like an authentic chocolate chip cookie, because it's not using like flour. I don't think it has any. Yeah, so it has almond flour instead of like flour. It has almond flour instead. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it's like an almond flour recipe basically. So it has a lot of like, you know, straight to the point natural ingredients in there. So for the base, I guess, like ingredient, like the main ingredient, it's like nut and seed flour blend. There's a blend, and it's with almonds, coconut, and flax seeds, and it has, the starch they're using is tapioca starch. Oh yeah, so it does have some cane sugar inside of the chocolate chips. But as far as the chocolate chips are concerned, it does have cane sugar in the chocolate chips. But I mean, I guess that's whatever. But it's also using coconut sugar. I can see that it's using that. It's using coconut oil. It's using arrowroot, which is also a kind of starch. It has vanilla extract. There's sea salt, baking soda, cream of tartar, and then there's rosemary extract to keep it like preserved or whatever. So it's a very straight to the point like kind of brand. It's a very simple, you know, ingredient brand. So I love these things. These things are so good, especially with like a nice glass of milk. These things go so crazy. They're a little bit on the expensive side, but I feel like it's worth it, regardless of like, you know, whatever the case is. Like, I feel like if you just invest in like your diet and put aside like the thought of like it being expensive, if you just go for stuff like this, it'll kind of limit the amount of, you know, stuff you're buying anyway. So you might as well just buy whatever's healthy, because when you buy whatever's healthy, you're limiting yourself from buying other things that, you know, are unnecessary for you to buy, because it's like you already know what you want out of the product. If you're getting what you want out of the product, I mean, that's really all you have to, that's all you really need. So I mean, we do have EBT now, but that was like another thing in of itself, like for us to be able to get a hold of. But we finally were able to get a hold of some like EBT benefits, so that's gonna help out a lot with food and expenses. But yeah, it was like a crazy like long process, and we had to wait it out for like a few months just to get a hold of, you know, like, I guess there was like I don't know, some sort of office. I don't know what the case was, but we finally were able to get EBT. So that's definitely gonna be very helpful for this time, because, you know, we have baby girl and everything. Like, it was tough to like buy formula and stuff. So like, you know, now we're able to like afford, you know, formula and stuff. So I'm definitely like grateful that we were able to get a hold of that, because it was like crazy for a little while. But we definitely are very grateful for being able to like, you know, receive benefits. But I feel like I'm like super hot right now. I need to take off this jacket because it is warm up in here. Honestly, I feel like I need to change my shirt, because I don't know, I just feel like I had this on for too long. All right, y'all, I'm just getting off work. I'm waiting on my train to head back home. I do have to get a few things done at the house. I do have to do a couple errands, or I guess errands or chores. Definitely errands would be the better word, but definitely gotta do a couple errands. Gotta wash a couple dishes. There's some clothes I need to fold that I haven't been prioritizing these past few days. Tony did like a little load of laundry the other day. I feel like my voice is echoing mad crazy over here. But yeah, she did a little load of laundry the other day, and it's just been sitting there for a couple days. So now I feel like I need to definitely go and fold them, because they're just sitting there in the middle of the floor. And I definitely need to just make the best of our space at the house and everything. So when I get home, I'm definitely going to be trying to crack down on, you know, those errands. But my train is coming now, y'all, so I'm about to catch y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back home now, and I'm ready to crack down and get my life together. So I'm about to do the dishes right now, and after I finish doing the dishes, I'm gonna try to also fold some clothes. But I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling after I do these dishes, so oof, I don't know, y'all. Y'all gotta pray for me. All right, y'all, so I got all my stuff that I need to wash over towards the sides. I actually need to separate these bottles from the dishes, because I like to wash the bottles separately from the actual dishes. So I'm definitely gonna be doing the dishes first. So I like to do the dishes first. So what I have here is I have a what is this? It's this is just a mixture of some hydrogen peroxide and some blue dish liquid. I typically like to mix the dish liquid with vinegar, but I don't have any on hand right now. But peroxide was like the closest best thing next to vinegar, so I just kind of used, you know, a good amount of hydrogen peroxide, and then obviously there's like hot water in there. So the mixture is hot water, blue dish liquid, and hydrogen peroxide. Typically I do like to use vinegar, but I didn't have it, like I said. So we're using that to use as a cleaning agent for our dishes today. So I'm halfway through the process of doing the dishes. I have all of like the dirty dishes that were dirty, obviously. Over here, they're now clean, and then now I'm about to go ahead and do the bottles, but I have to gather all of the bottles that are not on this counter. So I'm just gonna bring them over. Alright, y'all, so I thought I should get up close and personal to show y'all how I do this real quick. So I'm gonna just start off putting the dish liquid. Put some dish liquid in there. This is how I do it. Put the dish liquid in there. Try to put a little bit more because it's kind of already diluted with some water. So I typically would put vinegar in this concoction, and I usually call it vinegar and dish liquid soup because I usually use vinegar, but I'm gonna just be putting the peroxide like you guys already heard me talk about. I'm gonna put a good amount because I don't know, I just put that much because I don't really know how strong the peroxide is versus the vinegar, because I don't really put that much vinegar because vinegar is very like potent and acidic. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it's, you know, a lot similar in the way that it disinfects and gets rid of like, you know, microbes and stuff. But I'm just gonna put, you know, an extra amount just to be safe, and I'm pretty sure it'll be fine if I put a little bit, but either way, it is what it is. But so yeah, I'm gonna just put in these pieces one by one. I usually like to start with the glass pieces first. I have to take apart all the pieces and everything, so I'm gonna just do that off camera real quick. So this is what it looks like with all of them disassembled or disassembled. I don't know which word is the correct word, but this is all of them taken apart. So what I like to do is I like to start with the glass ones first, obviously, because they're like the hardest and I don't want them to like shift around too much because those are like the most delicate, so I don't really want those to like be moving around and stuff. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I should take that back out. So I actually do like to rinse these off before I put them inside of the soup, because I don't want the excess milk or like leftover milk that's already been sitting inside of the glasses. So I'm gonna, you know, just take this as a demonstration and show you how I do it. So basically, I'm just like rinsing it all out and getting rid of all the excess stuff, like I said. So then that's when I can go ahead and put it in and place it there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do that to all of these things, including these like nipples right here. And then I'm also gonna be doing a little rinse through with these things, because what happens is within these holes over here and holes over here, and there's a hole at the middle as well right here, milk is also, you know, gonna be getting stuck in those too. So I typically just run the water on hot, and then I just let it run through the holes like this. And that's how I let the water rinse through those areas. But I'm gonna just throw all of these things in, and then I'm gonna start off the scrubbing process. All right, y'all, so I did rinse all these pieces off camera and I placed them inside of this pot. So now I'm about to just pour some hot water over them. So this is what it's looking like now. I filled it all up. I typically leave these in for as long as I need to leave them in for. Technically, they don't really need to be soaking for that long because it's not like it really makes that much of a difference. Not that I think it does, but yeah, I typically just leave them in for however long I need to. Like, say for instance, if I'm occupied doing something else, like then that's when I kind of leave it in for a little bit longer. But I try not to leave it in that long because it's not really that necessary. And I also like to work with cleaning these things while the water is still at a good, like, you know, temperature. So I'm gonna just start washing these now. And so for these are the lids. I just have them sitting over here on the side because there is not enough space for them to be fitting all inside of the pot with all of the other pieces. I feel like these pieces are a lot more important than the lids, but I pretty much just wait to wash the rest of the lids after I finish washing all the main pieces that the bottles come with, basically. So that's pretty much why I have these sitting here on the side like that, if you see it right there.